Hello, everybody. My name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto under 20. In fact, today it seems to be wicked low at 6 carbs, and it's only because I'm having a great big salad. So, yeah, I was kind of surprised at that. Maybe I will add a side veggie, although today is Friday, that when I'm taping this, recording this, and that's leftover day, and that's when I pull all the stuff out of the fridge and we just kind of have all the leftovers for dinner. Except I did find 4 80-20 patties at Stop and Shop for $3. The more fat, the less it is. Who knew? So we will each have 2 patties tonight. His will be slathered in cheese and mine will be naked, maybe some butter on it. Of course, I'll be cooking it in butter too because, that's what I do. So last night I worked a 10-hour shift at the police department and I didn't have one prisoner. So if you want to know what having 10 hours of guilty pleasure time is without being home in my Barker Lounger with my clicker, it was kind of heavenly. And the thing I like best about that is it's think time. Because if I'm home, I'm not necessarily thinking about stuff, and I bring all my magazines in with me and my head. So what did I watch? Ton of Family Ton. I don't think it's Ton of Fun, but it's family. Anyway, it's about the family that needs to lose all the weight. And then I watched 600-Pound Life with Renee and Lee. And he was a stubborn, obstinate old goat. And she was a lovely lady. And at the end, when she weighed 302 pounds and she was shopping, she looked just beautiful. And I hope that she doesn't stay around for more of his verbal abuse, although he tried to make nice with flowers. But if any of you watched it, you know who I'm talking about. So yeah, that was how I filled my time. And that Renee and Lee one was 2 hours. And the Ton of Family, or something like that, was 1 hour. And the other show I was talking about in the other podcast or video was Fit to Fat to Fit. And that's on Lifetime. So I was giving out wrong information. So what else is new? Really? So sue me. Oh, no, that's kind of snarky, isn't it? That's sleep deprived. So one of the things that I was reading in my First Woman with Marie Osmond on the cover was when people come up to her and, congratulate her on her weight loss and say, how did you do it? Of course, she lost it with Nutrisystem, but I did see her on Dr. Oz like a year or two ago, and she no longer does Nutrisystem. She does her own food. And I remember she said she has a whole container of raspberries every day, which is what, 3.5 ounces or something. So, yep, she's 58 and she lost the 50 pounds and she looks great. She wears that salmon color dress at one point and it's kind of got a square neckline and it's like lace with an underlayer. She looks so gorgeous in that. I'm sorry, she looks great. And so one of the things that when people come up to her and start chit-chatting about her weight and how did you do it or how do you keep it off? And she said one of the things that she looked at or she tells them to look at is, well, where do you expect to be in 10 years? Isn't that perfect? I love that. Where do you expect to be in 10 years if you keep doing what you're doing? If you're pre-diabetic, you're pretty much going to have diabetes. If you've got high cholesterol, you're probably going to be taking some sort of poisonous statin because that's what the doctor gives you, because that's all the doctor knows what to give you. And if you're not following this, if you weren't a pickle at one point and you're not following this, you're not going to know what you're missing, how you can make yourself better. Doctor, heal thyself. And I hope all of you have caught Ken Berry. He's an MD, and he did a satire of the worst diet and all the other diets and everything else. And I think it's 23 minutes long, and he's hysterical. How he can keep a straight face and keep going for 23 minutes is worthy of an Oscar or a Grammy in my world. It was great listening to him. He was fabulous, and I don't care if he had notes or whatever he used. He was pretty darn funny. And of course, the doctors don't want us to get better. I mean, we know all of that, and that's not why I'm here today. Why am I here today? Well, I wanted to talk about Marie. I love Marie, and I love Suzanne Summers, and both of them are focused in this magazine often. And I get it because when I give it to the females to read when they're there for like long weekends and such, there's so many different articles in there. They do have a lot of standard American diet fare in it. So I just have to squint at all the pages. They look good. I think about them for a second. I take a bite of what I'm not supposed to be eating in my head, and then I turn the page because I don't want to go there. I'd much rather have prime rib and a couple of veggies or a great big salad. I'm just so totally fat adapted, and that's just my own primal old brain just seeing something and thinking, yeah, did I used to eat that kind of garbage? Yeah, that's right, I did. But we're not eating it anymore, remember, body? Because we're 67 and we're at a weight that we haven't weighed since the 3rd grade, so we're not going to mess with that formula. No way, Jose. So what am I having today? Well, with 10 hours and no prisoners, I had plenty of time to go into my chronometer and put in my food. It's that little apple. Nope. Come on. It's that little apple that you see there. Is it coming in? Yeah, right there. And so actually it's golden when I put it in the chronometer. And so what I'm having today, it's January 12th when I'm recording this, and I'm having 1,364 calories. And my little, all of my little targets say that it says that I am consuming 1,364, but with my mild activity, it puts me at, see the flame? The flame one says 1,450 calories burned, and that's until I get back from the track where I put in, I do my 45 minutes at 4 miles an hour, and that gives me another benefit of 174 calories. So I will add that then. I don't, I'm superstitious. I wouldn't add it in until I did it. My weight, my weigh-in yesterday morning, Thursday morning, was 121.4. So I carry that for the week. So today my calories are 1,364. My protein is 50, which is just about where I like it. My carbs are 6, very low. And my fat is 116. So those are the macros that seem to work for me in my maintenance phase. So if things were to change, then those things would change. But right now, those things are working for me. And I will rummage around the fridge to see if I have anything, maybe a few frozen Nature's Promise organic green beans or something to bring me up to like 10 carbs. We'll see. But that seems like a good idea. So what am I having today? I think I already said that. I'm having a big salad with watercress, baby spinach, and romaine. Those are the leftover salads. I'm having 3/4 of an ounce of feta cheese. It's the 365 from Whole Foods. I am having 1.5 tablespoons of macadamia extra virgin olive oil combined. I'm having 7 grams of slivered almonds that I already sauteed in butter, put aside, and I will kind of heat them up just a little bit to make that butter even more poppy, and then I will put that onto the salad right before serving. I also made Greg a handful of slivered almonds cooked in butter to put on his cottage cheese. I've been doing that for him, and he's discovered another yummy. He's even had watercress with the macadamia nut oil on it. How does he like that? You know how he likes it? because he walked by my salad, because I like my salads at room temperature, and he plucked a few leaves off that had the macadamia nut oil, and he goes, "This is delicious." Well, yeah, and it's mine, and it's weighed and measured. So anyway, so now he has it, and yeah, that is great. I'm excited about that. So, and then those two 80-20 beef patties that will leave most of the fat in the copper square pan where I can cook four patties where none of them are crowding each other. Greg's will have tons of cheese and mine won't. Mine won't, and that's it. So I am having my second bulletproof coffee now. It's just a regular chatty Friday. This is what I do. I do keto. I don't play. I'm very serious and structured and disciplined. So if you're looking for the latest in a keto-fied Pinterest sort of recipe, you probably won't find it here. I'm sorry. But I like to talk about the older woman, her metabolism, speeding it up after decades of standard American diet. Yes, it can be done. At least I've done it. I'm my own proof, and I have more energy than I've ever had before. And I will go and do my 45-minute walk. I will come home and maybe run the sweeper around a little bit. And my Electrolux stick vacuum has been sick for a month. So I have two other Electroluxes. I know it's a luxury problem. So I'll probably pull one of them up and do a little run around with hair and, cat dander and all the fun of owning 3 cats that are inside because it's winter. So that's my fun. And I plan to be keto all weekend, and nothing changes. I like to be the same. I like to be boring. I like to be consistent. And what comes with that is good sleep, being balanced, having energy, maintaining my weight. I'm just so delighted with keto at 67. I just never thought it could happen for me, and I see it happening for you people out there. And you tell me you're like Kathy's Crazy Life, when she did her her labs of before and now, absolutely incredible. Her A1C is down, and that's a huge thing, huge. So I'm very, very proud of her. She's done the work, she stays consistent, and it will work for you too if that's how you run your keto program. And if you're looking for one-on-one with moi, you can find me at ketocoachingsarah.com. And there I offer different little packages of how you can talk to me one-on-one or on the phone, and it's handled through PayPal. And I'd love to have some time with you. So, or emails. There's 30 days worth of emails too. That's another package. So thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food. With keto well under 20 today, I'll probably add some green beans. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye for now.